And we know that the party primaries and the politicking already began. Now, this delay is threatening the political aspiration of credible and competent young Nigerians who should be encouraged to participate in the process. And we've come to a conclusion that, or we will conclude by May 29th, that if the president does not assent to this, then we'll have no choice but to conclude that this is a deliberate attempt to keep young people out of the political process. And it will be most unfortunate that after the National Assembly and the State Houses of Assembly have voted yes to Not Too Young to Run, and the entire nation has come out to endorse and support Not Too Young to Run, that the president will not assent to this. Because in this matter, delay in assenting to Not Too Young to Run bill is actually denial of a political right. And the president ought to treat this with the expediency and the urgency that it deserves. There are thousands of young Nigerians who are out there who want to run for office in 2019. But we know that as soon as the political parties commence their primaries in less than 60 or so days, they won't be able to purchase nomination forms because legally they are not qualified to run.
Welcome back, everyone. The Not Too Young to Run group has given President Muhammadu Buhari till the 29th of May 2018 to sign the age reduction bill. The National Assembly had in July last year passed the bill and transmitted the constitutional amendment bills to the 36 state houses of assembly, where it received affirmative votes from 24 states. The bill was then transmitted to the National Assembly, after which it was forwarded to the president for assent. So, what exactly is the state of things? And that's what we're dissecting on the program tonight. Another angle to all of the issues of governance is the issues of the budget and why it's been delayed. Since we have Senator Enang, who advises and talks to the president on these issues in our Abuja studio, as well as Samson Itodo, the convener of the Not Too Young to Run bill, and also from London, Kayode Ogundamisi, a political analyst, to weigh in on all of this matter. Let me quickly take the senator on the issues of the budget. What exactly is happening to the budget? Today is Monday. The National Assembly passed the appropriation bill till last week. What exactly is the latest? And why do you think that bill was jacked up by over 500 billion?
Well, first of all, let me say that the Senate has passed the 2018 appropriation bill. The House of Representatives has passed the bill, but the National Assembly has not passed the bill yet, the 2018 appropriation bill. I say that because a bill is passed by the National Assembly when the House and the Senate have had the same version passed. From my following, the Senate had a little difference and the House had a little difference with what the Senate passed and the House, and vice versa. So, and again, none of them has approved the votes and proceedings to say that the bill has been passed and this is the version, this is what was passed. It will be on the 22nd of May that each house of the Senate and House will pass the votes and proceedings. It is then that it will then be transmitted to the clerk to the National Assembly, will now compare and see whether it is the same version that is passed by the House and the Senate that is passed, that is the same. If it is not, then they will set up a conference committee to harmonize. But if there are, then the same version will be transmitted. But now, from what I have seen and noted, there are differences. So the bill has not yet been transmitted to the president because the process of passing it is inchoate in the National Assembly. Now, as to why the bill has been jacked up to 9.1 trillion. I want to say that we and the executive were in the picture. We were consulted. We agreed on the raised benchmark. Because at the time Mr. President submitted the budget, the oil was hovering between $55, $58 per barrel. But at the time the budget was passed and the National Assembly thought of considering passing it, the prices of oil had risen to 64, 68, and then at the time they finally passed, it was $70 per barrel. So we are at one with the National Assembly in raising the benchmark. And since we had raising the benchmark from 45, which we projected, to about 50, 51, which is what that's been. And when you raise the benchmark, extra money will be made available to budget. And so we agreed with the leadership and the membership of the Appropriation Committee and leadership of the National Assembly that it can be raised. And we agreed with them how the money that has been made available by raising the benchmark would be applied.
Senator, let's turn out. Yeah, okay, yes. Sorry.